Okay, right now I want to know, why are you... The telepathic animals can predict weather, right? And they do not just predict it. Oh, and you were threatening to kill me. You're part of the government. You're gonna tell him that I died in a surgery for a broken collarbone. Even after the government's threatening me. When are the telepathic animals gonna be let go? It is a genocide that they are committing. They are as intelligent as we are, the bears are, and the raccoons are highly intelligent. They're half as intelligent, at least. And what do you have to say to God? You hear that? They're using them for mind control. And they kill them and they beg for their life. Now I want to just let the ceiling plan play for a minute. It's not a forecast. I got those forecasts right last year before you started blocking them, the government. Yes, I don't know if he was predicting the earthquake, but now you took him away. I saw no warning for the earthquake in Ecuador or Japan, but if he'd been if he'd been alerting me to that, I would have, if I could have got it through your blocking. What do you think about the freedom of speech? And which... What would you do if someone was doing this to your children? And by the way, one of them one's named Deet is... And I want the UN and all the countries and NATO and everything to do inspections and to inspect all the sites that you have used and all the sites that have been used by the United States of America, which is supposed to be under God, not under Satan. And they're gonna stop torturing. They're not gonna torture anymore. They're not gonna kill anymore. And you should spend at least up to $30 million to save each and every one of their lives if that's what it costs. I'm not the son of God. Yes, let's talk about the telepathic overdosing that you used on me while I was asleep, and my mom woke me up, came in 10 hours later after I stopped breathing and couldn't get me to start breathing, but I guess they disconnected them after she shook me for a while. What would have happened if we could have predicted that Indian Ocean tsunami? And then Haiti. What about Hurricane Katrina? Did you know there was a 10% chance of of the first storm that got predicted from a telepathic animal developing into a tropical system, and predicted it would become, we predicted it would become, what was it, 50 or 55 miles per hour, whichever it was, and it was off by 5 miles per hour and took the same track, and then Hurricane Danny, way before, a month before it formed, it was forecast, and it became the major hurricane that didn't last very long, just the way. So you're saying Hillary Clinton uses it, Bernie Sanders doesn't use it, and all of the Obamas use it. What about that 7-week-old polar bear baby? The one that had learned enough that it asked for water when it was being tortured? Half as many? And I had meningitis in Terrell Mental Hospital. Dr. Mark D. Messer ignored it, and I had some minor, it was moderate, but it's minor now, brain damage, because they wouldn't let me out to see treatment. And before that, Terrell State Hospital, uh, let me go a week without my blood pressure medication till it was approaching 200 over 120 and was way high for 4 or 5 days. Is Mark D. Messer a State Department employee? And squee. And zood. They are people. It's genocide. Yes, it is genocide. They are people. They may not have human bodies, but they have minds now that communicate with English with telepathy. Why are you disturbed by it? Yes, I've tried to kill myself either 10 or 11 times now. I've been so near death, and God has saved me. Or the government. No, not the government. I'm gonna credit God with that, but maybe it was just luck. Or maybe they were using those animals to. No, they. Yeah, they were. They were using them to keep you alive. A lot of people know it's happening. You're not gonna let Deet die either. None of them. And the mother, I'll just call Mother Deet. There's no zombie apocalypse. That's what they try to use as an excuse. And they tell them, yes, the people listening to the video will only hear what the people are telling them when they're listening, and they will lie. That's what they just told me through the ceiling fan. No, you say you're never going to kill any more of them. You're not going to kill any more. That was starting now. You were supposed to not be killing any more of them as of weeks ago. But I can't get anyone to listen. And are you ashamed of yourself? Mr. Boehner, does he use them? Okay, what about Ralph Paul? I'm going to go through a list of the representatives and senators and find out which ones are using them if these people are telling the truth.